Scrapped SmackDown plans for Kevin Owens have been revealed. We have behind-the-scenes updates on NXT's new approach to main roster call-ups, and we have the latest on Goldberg's WWE deal coming up in the news right now. Kevin Owens is involved in some big things on SmackDown, isn't he, Fraser? But we have some more context and more background and more circular motions to do with Kevin Owens happenings on SmackDown.
Because although he's involved in big things on SmackDown, in case you didn't notice, he wasn't on SmackDown this week. Yeah, I like your little DJ set.
Yeah, like Emil Heskey in 2001.
We need you for the Christmas party next year on the DJ deck.
At least I won't be drinking and make a tit of myself.
Well, WWE has big plans for Kevin Owens, and supposedly he was going to be involved in this past week's SmackDown, and then they taped 2 episodes this week. So this week's SmackDown has also been taped, but unfortunately Owens wasn't there, and despite being a Raw star, he was meant to be on the show in quite a big capacity. He was set to be involved in a face-to-face with the Bloodline, which would then unveil John Cena as his tag team partner against Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn in 2 weeks' time. Yeah, 2 weeks.
Yeah, we should say that report comes from Fightful Select.
Yes.
As for the 23rd of December edition of SmackDown, which is this coming Friday, where the hell is time going, eh? It is unknown what Kevin Owens will be doing, but a promo featuring the Bloodline was taped for the show. The report from Fightful reveals that Owens missed the show because of a nightmare travel situation, which caused major production and script changes to the tape shows, which is a nice change for major script changes.
I know,
isn't it?
it's usually
things that actually happen rather than just an old man going, I don't like this.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, it was a good show on Friday. I quite enjoyed the show. It was nice to see Cena back and having that tease that it's going to be his return to the ring. I was really annoyed. I put up a social graphic the other week.
Your pants got pulled down here, didn't they?
Indeed. First year since 2002 that Cena's not wrestled. And what has WWE done? They've seen our social media post and decided we need Cena in the ring.
That is the actual reason things have happened this way. But of course, it's going to bleed over into 2023, this entire Kevin Owens situation on SmackDown involving the Bloodline, because apparently the plans are, as we discussed in News Video 1 today, it is going to be Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns at the Real Rumble of 2023.
It's like taking it back to 2021. I really enjoyed their last man standing match.
And to be fair, Kevin Owens should have got a rematch coming out of that one because of the stuff involving Heyman.
It was the shenanigans.
The dirty cheaters with the handcuffs that wouldn't quite work as they should have done.
Yeah, I'm forgetting that's how it happened, and he actually beat the guy.
Yeah. We now have news from Road Doggy Dog. It's positive, don't worry, don't turn off just yet. Road Dogg has revealed that WWE, under Triple H of course, have changed how they're going to do main roster call-ups from NXT to the main roster. What he said, Frazier.
He said he understands much more about giving fair warning, as this is Triple H. So you can write the person out or write the person off, however you're going to do it. It gives you time to prepare creatively for that. It's like a heads up, he says. So sometimes we get those, sometimes we didn't. Speaking under what it was like under Vince McMahon. He says, I think going forward, you'll always, I'm speaking now from an NXT creative experience, that we had time to prepare to send people off, but sometimes we got, hey, we're taking this person because we've got an idea for this and this. And you could be in the middle of something with them or not, and well, then they weren't there. So I don't think that'll be the way anymore, because I think everybody understands at least. And then he says, let me beat him on the way out, or let me do something to close the book on his character or whatever. Gives us time to create something, says Road Dogg. Mr. Dog.
Mr. Dog. Mr. Doggy Dog Dog. But that is one of the biggest positives of Vince McMahon's regime not being in power anymore for me when it comes to NXT, is the fact that we get gimmicks established in NXT, then those gimmicks are given a nice ending to whatever their run is, however successful it's been. They then go to the main roster, and by and large, they keep what got them over, have made them popular, and made them very good in NXT, rather than under Vince, becoming one thing, becoming really popular with, a fraction of the audience who did tune into NXT, getting exposed to the main portion, some of which you will be aware of what they were, then being changed completely, and then being changed completely again, because the first bit didn't work.
Because it didn't work at all,
hopefully it's a lot more linear now, as Road Doggy Dog is hitting that right there.
You would hope so. I mean, as you said, that's kind of the main benefit that NXT's seen in my eyes anyway. And it does make it more enjoyable to watch NXT, because you know that it's not just going to get the rug pulled out of it. And I really hope this, I don't know if you've seen Impact's writing off of characters. Eric Young.
Dead.
Yeah. It just...
To be fair, NXT's had a write-off in that situation, sort of similar with two dimes.
Yeah, he was sleeping
thrown
with
off
fishes.
the bridge.
Yeah, there was that. Yeah, well, give us more of that. Yeah, please,
exactly.
Mr. Dog.
More deaths in wrestling, Mr. Dog. And now we have news from Saraya over on AEW because she basically wants women's tag team titles, doesn't she, Fraser? Do you want to read the quote? Or shall I read the quote?
I think we could both read the quote.
At the same time, that would make for a bad video.
That would make for a bad video. I'll read the quote, Ross. She says, I don't think we should load wrestling with tons of championships, but there is a space for a women's tag division too. There are a lot of women we have backstage that are not on the show, and that could give them an opportunity to be on the show. And I completely agree. Like, I don't want more titles in AEW. I feel they're kind of bloated, and I feel like we've mentioned before, the roster's bloated. There's all, it's too full of people, too many titles. But this feels like a natural fit.
It does feel like a natural fit, but then you think of how the women are currently used in AEW with one title or two. Well, Jade's title is its own thing, but with the main women's title as well.
Yep.
They struggle to get on to show things as it is. So how is introducing one more women's title going to help things? This is from Tony Khan's perspective.
Yeah.
I disagree with how little the women are used on AEW because I think you can tell compelling stories with them, and especially the talent that AEW
got a really
have.
good roster.
But the fact that they're mainly shoehorned into that little segment before the main event each week on Dynamite, I don't know how it would work with how Tony Khan wants to see AEW.
That's it, yeah, because in theory, more titles for women means more opportunities
TV,
and more TV time for them. However, with the way it is booked, as you said, it's kind of like, will they then sort of be competing amongst themselves for that TV spot that they've been shoehorned in? Hopefully not. I can understand where Saraya's coming from in the fact
absolutely,
that, I don't know. She may have someone in mind who she'd want to team with.
Could it be Mercedes?
Oh, that would be quite a
Because that's what
story.
I reckon could happen on January the 11th when Saraya has to get a mystery tag team partner in line to take on Britt Baker.
I wouldn't object to that at all. Nah. And then just have her walk out with a women's tag team title that does.
Have Naomi appear as well with the WWE women's tag team titles.
Put them in a bin.
Yeah. Writes itself, doesn't
it?
There
you go, Tony.
I think on this occasion, while by and large more titles wouldn't be a good idea, I think women's tag team titles and more TV time for the lasses. I think it's about time,
absolutely.
isn't it?
2023, start fresh, more women's TV time.
Way aye. And now we have an update on someone who shouldn't be on TV anymore, and that is Goldberg. There had been rumours going around that Goldberg had signed a new WWE contract that would have seen the former world champion work 5 matches. When was this signed? With 3 of those matches to be against new talent that he hasn't faced before. However, we have an update from Fightful Select, and what is that update, Fraser?
Well, they've shut down those rumours with a report stating that those close to Goldberg have said, well, that would be news to his reps that negotiate those kinds of deals. So it looks like it's not a deal that's happened at this point in time. Well, Goldberg has only wrestled once this year. He wrestled Roman Reigns at Elimination Chamber. He's got no more matches left on his deal. His contract ends in, 2 weeks? It's at the end of 2022.
End of 2022, yeah.
It's not surprising that he's maybe not sticking around at the moment. With a different leader in charge of WWE, they might not see the value in having him.
From 2003.
Yeah, exactly. He's still salty over it. But, I'm not surprised Triple H maybe won't sign him to the very lucrative deal to wrestle 5 times and 3 new opponents.
I tell you what, I was really harsh at the start of this little segment here about Goldberg because Goldberg's one of the reasons I got into wrestling, and having Goldberg appear on shows but just not in the world title picture and not beating current stars like The Fiend in 2 minutes. That's the sort of thing I've got to gripe with. Having Goldberg come back and having the sort of showpiece, set piece matches against the likes of Bobby Lashley where they did the spear spot off the stage.
That was great.
That was great. Have Goldberg come in and do a couple of those, absolutely fine with that. But if he's going to be taking titles off potentially Roman Reigns or something as stupid as that, it's just that's not how it should be.
If he was to hypothetically sign a new deal going into next year, who would you like to see him face? One of the 3
Big
new
E.
talents.
If Big E can wrestle again, that is the one match that needs to happen.
Yeah,
I hope that Big E can wrestle again because he wants to slap meat with Goldberg.
I think that's his dream match, right? That's the one that he wants.
Slap the meat.
So let's hope that he signs a new deal just for that match and Big E's healthy.
But I am thinking of other people on the roster. Just the big boys, isn't it? Just thinking about the big boys. Yeah, Braun Breaker. Oh yeah, he's got an actual Goldberg tattoo on his arm.
Exactly.
Does the
story writes itself.
I assume Goldberg likes fishing as well, just like Braun Baker does. Braun Baker.
That
can make a pie. Why not? I'm still hungover from the
new NXT gimmick.
My mouth is still not working after Friday's party.
Well, I think that's it for the news today,
Ross.
Ross.
For Goldberg. He's out of contract. He could be back. He might not be back. There we go. That's what we've got there. Thank you for watching, everybody. Check out the big history, the complete history of the WWE documentary on this very YouTube channel from yesterday. To say it's too good for YouTube would be an understatement. It's a proper feature-length film thing. Give it your time.
Give it a watch.
It's wonderful. And also, give it a subscribe.
Give it a subscribe. Yeah.
Happy Christmas, everybody. I've been Ross. He's been Fraser. And we'll see you soon.